Alright, good fucking day everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So, Testament. Undisputed kings of thrash metal from the 80s all the way until now. And I will die on that fucking hill. Are back. They have announced a new album, new songs. So, very first song we get to hear is Infanticide A.I. So, let's give this a fucking spin and see will it live up to the classic Testament we all know and love. Alright, good start, good opening guitar. Very classic thrash sounding. Very Chuck Billy right there, straight out of the gate. Very good. The future's destined to replace the soul. Dire warning, we have lost control. Annihilation, interpretation, definitive implication. Infanticide A.I. Infanticide. Still blows my mind to this day just how Steve DiGiorgio can play that fast with his fingers. Computerized, generated to destroy us all. Final warning, we have lost control. Annihilation. Such a Testament sounding riff right there. You know it's Testament out of the gate by the riff alone. The system now controls you. Everyone is on defeat. Will cheat, never show you. Every human will be replaced. Infanticide A.I. Infanticide, generation genocide. Infanticide A.I. Infanticide, generation genocide. Fucking bass leading to that, holy shit. Alex Skolnick, one of the best to ever fucking do it. Alright, that was a short, sweet little solo. I like it though. Short and sweet. That bass is just powering through though, man. Mastermind A.I. creating children of their own design. Machine man has such a recognizable fucking voice. Absolutely. All false future we cannot control. Ooh, there it is. Here's that Chuck Billy. So I don't give a shit what anybody says, okay? Testament absolutely deserve a place within, the thrash metal big four, right? And for those that don't know the big four, it is Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer. All four very accomplished, very amazing bands, especially within the thrash metal scene. And then they have like what they call it the big five, and that includes Testament. That to me, that's a bit of an insult, right, to Testament and their work ethic and just how consistent they are with putting out good music, right? To me, they should be in the top four, okay? Everyone has their opinions on the top four. It's either they think the top four is, the holy grail of the heavy metal and should not be altered. And then you got assholes like me that feel as though there's one band on there. I'm not gonna say it, everyone has their different band, right? I know the band I would say, yeah, let's bump you into the the big five and put Testament in their rightful place in the big four of thrash metal. Um, so as far as the song goes itself, right? It just had that Testament sound to it. And like, you could not tell someone it's a Testament song, and then the second it starts, either be it, the overall way the instruments sound or the way, Chuck Billy sounds, right? And you know, just they're definitely not slobs or slouches when it comes to their playing either. Like Eric Peterson and Alex Skolnick are one of, if not, the best, guitarist teams in, the metal scene, in my opinion, right? Some people, some people will disagree, but I really feel like them two just they have such perfect harmonization and synchronization with each other. They're able just everything's communicating perfectly. Steve DiGiorgio on bass, big hero of mine on the bass. Um, I know there's other bassists who play, even more insane, fucking, Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse is an absolute animal. Billy Sheehan from Mr. Big, I'm showing my hair metal side here. Absolutely amazing, but Steve is just still an absolutely amazing bassist. And one thing that I've always loved about Testament is they're not afraid to let the bass show, unlike someone in the thrash metal scene. Um and then you got, and then you got Chuck Billy, he's a fucking force to be reckoned with, and he is such a versatile vocalist. Even when Testament went through their death metal phase, and for a brief minute there, the man, he still brought that signature Chuck Billy snarl whilst doing heavy gutturals, and it was just completely fucking insane. I absolutely loved that period of time for them, but was it good to see them get back to their thrash roots with, Formation of Damnation, which one of my favorite albums next to Practice What You Preach and, Dark Roots of Earth and everything. Yeah, if this is an indicator of what the new album Parabellum, which drops October 10th, is going to sound like, this whole album is going to be just classic fucking Testament. Everything we know and love. Shit, I need to go get the battle jacket out if I'm going to listen to this again. Holy shit, that was fucking good. Perfect, perfect example of why Testament is one of the best to ever do it. So I'm going to leave it alone at that. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until the next video, peace.